Hey guys, I'm Dan Whittaker. Today we are going to take a look at the importance of the thumb placement on the grip. So guys, today we are taking a look at the left thumb on the grip and going to have a look at what Ben Hogan talked about from that left thumb, okay? And we're going to see what merit there is to a long thumb and a short thumb, does it exist, and what it could be the best thumb placement to allow you to get the maximum leverage in your golf swing, what's going to allow you to consistently deliver the club and hopefully give you a bit more power, a bit more consistency, and all of these things that everyone wants in their game. I see a few people getting it wrong in how they get their thumb placed on the club, okay? So we're going to take a look at some of the things that I see occurring, whether that be injury, whether that be range of movement. So we're going to see how we can apply that to your game to get you playing better golf. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of the thumb placement on the hand from what Ben Hogan did in his book, and we're going to be looking at the difference between a longer and shorter thumb, which is something that Ben Hogan said in his book that he said he changed and thought was really important for his game in terms of being able to make those changes going forwards. He was able to get better control of the club and change the swing because of it. Now, obviously what we're talking about is length of the thumb. So long and short. But is there a difference between long and short? Okay, just going to grab this little cut off grip here because it's just a little easier to control. Okay, so as we can see here, we've got the grip. Okay, so ideally we can create 3 connection points on the handle with the thumb of the palm here, the thumb of the heel pad of there, and the center of the thumb. So ideally we want all 3 on the golf club. Okay, that's going to give us the most amount of security during the swing we can get. So first off, let's have a look. What is a long thumb? So a long thumb would be really elongated. So from the front, it's getting maximum length of the thumb down the shaft, okay, which will give greater range of motion. Okay, so apparently that's the one that allows us to set the club the most. The problem is though, this allows the club to separate away from the heel pad of my palm in here. Okay, so if we have a look at what that would be like, both hands on, so there's an elongated thumb, get my right hand over, it allows me to set the club, but I start to get a bit of a gap through here. It's really hard to support it. I feel the weight of the club in my thumb, but I can also feel that I'm going to probably have to grab that club again on the way down, which might create a bit of throw out, which would be a little bit of throw away this direction. Okay, and that's probably what's going to create a lot of those holes in the grip. Now, I don't see that many people with that grip. Okay, it's not something I see a lot of. But I do see a lot of this. People where they've got a slightly shorter thumb. So what they're doing is bringing this thumb and retracting it up the handle and making the knuckle of the left hand quite high. Now, once that knuckle gets high, we have an issue. Pulls the palm or the heel pad of the thumb off the golf club. Now, the edge of the thumbnail is pushing on the shaft, but the problem is only so far I can set this because out of my fingers, my thumb would be the one if I had to push a tack into a wall or something like that or a drawing pin, I would do it with the thumb because the thumb is the one that will provide the most amount of power to allow me to push that in. Okay, so what that's tending to do is the thumb's blocking the wrist set. Okay, because the knuckle's high and then what it does is create some tension up in the forearm here. And that's going to then limit range of motion because this is off the club. So in terms of set, with that off the golf club right here, okay, and the short thumb, I can only get set there, keeping hold of it. So that's way less than 90 degrees, and I can really feel that knuckle very high on my hand. But to look at down here, that's a short thumb, okay? Now, I don't believe there's any difference between there's a short thumb, long thumb. I think there is just one thumb, and that is a connected thumb, which from the front will look short, but from the side will look long. So, what we're looking at is we're trying to connect heel, heel, middle of thumb. Edge of thumbnail is off the shaft, which will then give me maximum range of motion. Okay, but from the side, that's as long as I can have my hand. If I stretch it to a really long thumb, it's not really any longer than this. So the short thumb just becomes disconnected, but everyone looks at the short thumb from the front. If I'm connected, which I am here, so that's a connected thumb, from the front it looks quite short, but the side it looks fully connected. Okay, but what it also allows me to do is connect this thumb to the side of the palm there, which creates a pressure point up in my armpit, right in here, which will really allow me to create some connection in my takeaway for a one-piece move from the golf ball. Really, really good that we can actually create some connection through the grip into the body. Now, if we take a look at it with this club now, and I get all 3 connection points on here, and I get the right hand on, I get max set there. That's as much as I can set it. I can't physically take it any more than that. Okay, and I turn. We now see I've got beyond 90, but I've got full security of the club, because now if I take that to the top, I've now got hold of the club in that heel pad. I'm never going to let it go. So this gives me maximum range of motion. It allows me to get maximum control of the club, but I've also got hold of it in all of those pressure points. So I believe when Hogan was talking about the grip, I believe he probably did shorten it. Maybe it was long. Obviously, he's a swing pre the wreck and around power golf era was a very long golf swing, okay, and it did get shorter, and he was able to control the club better. But I believe that what's happened is he's still got these connections. What I'm seeing everyone get wrong is they get a short thumb and they lift this knuckle up. And what happens is whenever I press down on that knuckle to try and get them to put the palm on, I will generally see pain come into a student's face like this, due to the fact that what they're doing is when they get the knuckle up, the tendons here are being stretched and they're being pulled around to the maximum you can along with the forearm, and that is providing the student with pain. Can't be a good thing. Secondly, it's limiting the wrist set in the swing. They get the shaft pushed away on the transition a little, because you can't load the club into the thumb because the thumb's trying to push it away like this all the time. So what I'd be saying is, how you configure your hands together on the club is really important. We're not talking strength of grip here, whether it's weak, strong, how many knuckles. That is not what I'm talking about. This is talking about how you can still control a golf club, allow yourself to get maximum wrist set in the backswing for your game, and get rid of some, maybe get rid of a bit of throwaway in the downswing. So a little bit of this. So the key is you are aiming for middle of thumb, heel, and heel. So heel pad of the thumb and heel of the palm, all on the club. Right hand will then obviously go over. Then from here, we can then set the club to the maximum while still being able to provide the pressure, load the club into the thumb, still load it on the way down, be able to provide lag into that downswing. It's going to be key. Everyone wants a bit of lag, or be able to get the handle further forward with impact, get compression. All of those things are things that we really want to get in the game. And I am seeing that getting that thumb into the correct location here is absolutely vital. So 3 pressure points. Long, don't really like, don't get any stability whatsoever. Gets too loose, too long, starts to create gaps. Too short, tension, gives us potential for, bit of injury, maybe, definitely loses wrist set, and gives a few too many issues. So I consider that there isn't a long and a short. It's just connected, which looks long, but also looks short. So guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed that. Got lots more content coming. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you want to give us any feedback below, videos you'd like to see, that would be great. Any feedback on the video? Have you liked it? Have you found it useful? Is it something you already knew, or is it brand new to you and a little bit enlightening? Love to know your feedback. Thanks again for watching. If you'd like to contact me, social media links below. Go on my website, it's got my contact details. Thanks for watching, and speak with you again soon.